Okay, so we've looked at the content part of the problem-solving equation. Let's look at the people side of it. The easiest way to solve this, I think, is put it on the org chart. Look at your businesses now. Do you have a content manager? Show of hands, who has a content manager on the org chart? 1, 2, 3, 3. Put it on the org chart. I heard recently TTI just hired their very first content manager. I saw an ad on LinkedIn last week. Allied Electronics is hiring for a content manager. As long as that content is of the problem-solving variety, not just product content, then you're on the right track. So there's a problem and an opportunity with this whole question of voice search changing the way we search and the kind of information that these devices are going to be looking for. So, as you probably know, Siri and Alexa don't always get it right. I looked for some of the bloopers that they've had recently, found a couple of interesting ones. Guy comes home, rolls into his garage, he's got smart home everything, says to Alexa, "Hey Alexa, please turn on the porch lights." Alexa replied, "You don't have a Porsche, so I turned on the Yugo lights instead." I saw a video of a little girl sitting in front of an Alexa Echo. She says to Alexa, "Hey Echo, can you spell book?" Ugh, it wasn't very good of much of an answer. My favorite one is apparently Jeff Bezos is talking to Alexa, sitting at home, relaxing in the armchair, watching TV. He says, "Hey Alexa, buy me something from Whole Foods." Alexa replies, "Sure, Jeff, buying Whole Foods now." So that's the problem. These devices are not really ready for prime time yet, as far as design engineering goes. But who is? You are. You've got the people who can answer all of those questions. Let's try this one. "Hey Siri, what kind of resistors do I need for a 10-volt circuit?" Let's pick it up.
Okay, I found this on the web for what kind of resistors do I need for a 10V circuit. Check it out.
Okay, so what did she do? She went back to the old style of searching. She just referred me to a bunch of websites for me to go read it and me to figure it out. She can't figure that out yet. Sorry, Siri. Get back in the pocket. But your people can. So the problem is they're not ready. The opportunity is you are. You've got the people. You might just need the content. But you've got the opportunity to address the questions that people are going to be searching search engines for more and more in this long-form, problem-solving type of question. They're not going to be searching in 2 words anymore. They're going to be putting entire questions into a search engine, like the example I just gave. Okay? So the opportunity is for you to harness your people and build this culture of problem-solving content, problem-solving people, and you can actually formalize it. I found somebody that fits this bill very well. I met Jen Eby a year ago, and I think Jen sort of personifies this idea of somebody who goes to market. Jen runs a rep firm in Seattle called MarkTech 2. I forget where we met, but her whole philosophy is solve the customer's problem. Line card second. There's a short delay here. See what Jen has to say.
So I have built an incredible network over the last 30 years in this industry. And so I feel like I go way beyond just looking for an order or looking for a PO or looking for something that I sell. And I connect people to this incredible network I have and provide them with some pretty good solutions and great relationships, whether I get the PO or whether or not it contributes to my business success or not. I just love connecting people to the solutions that might be able to help them. I'm leading them to also want to be that first phone call, to also listen to people, to also sit there and figure out how can they help these customers and the relationships they're building over the years. Again, it's not just about selling, it's about the connection. And I think listening to somebody authentically, it's perfect. It's the connection.
So as you can see, Jen Eby's mindset, her whole way of going to market is problem first. She's got it, okay? If you want to test yourselves out and see, well, how does my team go to market? Or how do I interface with customers? There's a great little test you can take on LinkedIn. It's called the Social Selling Dashboard. If you want to make a note, just go on LinkedIn and search Social Selling Dashboard, and it'll give you an instant free report on how you interface, what's your natural approach. So I rank, I think, in the top 4% of my industry, the top 14% of my network. I think if you're getting anywhere between top 10 and top 20%, you're in good space. Interestingly, I hope you can read the blue labels of what it's actually looking at in your profile. What's really interesting here is the test is called Social Selling Skills. It's not saying a single thing about selling. It's not saying anything about product. The one that's most interesting to me is the one that says engage with insights. Are you going onto LinkedIn to share solutions with other people, or are you just going onto LinkedIn to tell them about your latest product? Because that's what gets you the high score. And I guarantee you, if you're just using LinkedIn as a PR platform to announce your latest NPI, you're probably going to lose points. Okay, so problem-solving content, problem-solving people to build this culture. You know, at Lectrix, we talk about this as building the human search engine. So how could you think about formalizing this idea inside your businesses? Think of it as a human search engine. It's the combination of content and people and a few other tools as well. I'm going to show you a couple of companies, just to finish up with, that I think have done an incredible job of building their own human search engines inside the business. One is Hilton. Hilton has a program called Hilton Suggests. It started on Twitter, and now it's on all social platforms, and they even have a dedicated website to it. The way this works is they build a cross-functional team across front-of-house people in the hotels, back-of-house people, administration people. And the key part is they actively searched Twitter for people who were asking questions about things to do in the places they were going to travel. And then they proactively engaged those people with answers and information. But most notably, they never said a word about come and stay at a Hilton hotel. They positioned themselves as a problem-solving service to travelers. In our own industry, Edmund Optics in South Jersey, my neck of the woods, they're in the photonics space. Anybody here from EO? Okay. They built a program. Two of my folks used to work for EO, so that's how we know about this one. Their program's called ELP, Engineering Leadership Program. They handpick people, cross-functional, across the company. They train them for 6 months in customers and products. They rotate them through departments. They built a wiki inside the company which stores all of the questions that have ever been answered of a customer. Think about how big that is. They built an intranet that's only for the people in the ELP program. And then, like Hilton, they proactively go search for, they proactively ask customers what problems they're working on. The orange button in the bottom right-hand corner is their live chat tool. They engage customers on their website and ask them what problems they're working on. And then they market this. It's not just, a lot of you probably say, yeah, we have a bunch of all this already. That's great. So you probably don't have a long way to go. But the key ingredient is to market it once you've built it, okay? Is to let the customers know that you have this service. You know, marketing can be your point of difference over your competitors. I was talking last year here at ECIA with Brad Slatton, who I think is in the room from ECS. You can always spot Brad. He's got that really handsome Tom Selleck mustache. So Brad told me over a cocktail last year that he figured out about 5 years ago that just announcing new products was giving him sort of a temporary gain, but it didn't last because his competitors in the crystal space caught up pretty quickly, and then the cycle would start all over again. But he made marketing the differentiator of his business. If you want to hear more of the story, Brad's in the room somewhere. The last one I found just a couple of days ago, and I haven't had a chance to research it, is Schneider Electric. Same kind of human search engine, but what's really interesting about this one is it's not just the experts in the room, not just the experts in the company that are feeding this human search engine. They actually got their customers involved in it as well. They have a group, I think it says about 38,000 people signed up to help other customers solve problems. Pretty impressive. So to finish up, I'll leave you with a thought. The typical question we ask customers when we go to meet customers or we're emailing customers, the classic question is, how can I help you? If you walk into a shoe store, how can I help you? So just think about that question for a second. If you break it down, what you're really asking the customer is, customer, you tell me what the problem is and I'll tell you if I've got an answer. How can I help you? If you change the question that you ask your customers to what problem are you working on today, just imagine the number of opportunities that could open up. Imagine the number of things they're going to tell you that are contained within the problem, the design they're working on. Some of it may be relevant to you, some of it may not be relevant to you. But think about how many more potential RFQs that could lead to. If you change your mindset from, here's the product I have to sell, towards, what problem are you working on today? I'm Graham Kilshaw. Thanks very much.